Hi, and welcome to Story Time with Mr. Hallum. It's the time of the day where we gather together. And I read you a story, and hopefully you take a nap. I hope that you find my voice soothing and it makes you want to take a nap. Hello, it's nap time. Snuggle down with your favorite pillow and blankie. Have a ceiling fan maybe that's going. I don't know if you guys can hear my rabbits over there banging around the cage. She's a little grumpy this morning. She got breakfast late, so she's decided to be angry about it for everybody. But that's okay. We love Bunny Rabbit just the same. So today our story is called The Upper Case, Trouble in Capital City. I kept trying to call it the upper eye case, trouble, and then I said I, the upper case, and then I said the uppercase I, and then I realized that I had better just open the book and see what the title was. And the title is The Upper Case, Trouble in Capital City. I'm not sure what the I has to do with it. But if we were starting to escape, first of all, let's think about this. What type of book do you think it's going to be if we're talking about letters? Is that fiction or nonfiction? You know? You know? Right there? All right, what is it? Tell me. It's not nonfiction. No, try. Over there, what is it? That's right, it's fiction. Very good. All right, so it's going to be fiction. It's a made-up story, okay? Nonfiction means it's not made up. So then if we were thinking about our scape, our setting, well, it says here in the title, it's in Capital City. We probably won't know a year or anything. Who do you think the characters are going to be? And it says there's trouble, so we know there's going to be some action. And there's probably a problem. Probably a problem? Can I say that? I did. And I bet there's an ending. So let's go see what's happening with the upper case in Trouble in Capital City. Written by Tara Lazar and illustrated by Ross McDonald. Oh, Private Eye in the upper case. Okay, Private Eye. I get it now. That's pretty funny. I was dozing in my chair when Question Mark barged into my office. He looked bent out of shape. "What's the matter, Mark?" I asked. "Don't ask," Mark said. "I'll run out of ink." True, this town is full of questions. "I need your help, and his help too." He grabbed exclamation to emphasize the point. Finally, Mark spelled it out. "All the uppercase letters are missing." "That's impossible," I said. "This is Capital City." Since I now know this is Private Eye, the Hall and Oates song by the same is bouncing about up in here. Private eyes watching you. They see your every move, baby. Private eyes, they're watching you. So, now that'll be stuck in your head. Okay, probably not your head. You're like, well, what is he talking about? But your mom's head. Or because I'm old, your grandma's head. Sorry. Private Eye, you are the last capital letter standing, said Mark. I sat down. This was serious. If all of the capital letters were gone, there'd be incomplete sentences dangling everywhere. The entire city would be thrown into chaos. Plus, I had to watch my step. I could be next. I told Mark I'd take the case. It was tough catching up with all the types I needed to interview. Hyphen was busy dashing around town. Period was directing traffic. Ampersand was minding her P's and Q's. Apo- Apostrophe was gathering his possessions. And comma was dividing her time on a huge list of things. Luckily, the quotation twins were willing to talk. Yeah, something's definitely up besides us, they said. But don't quote us on that. I needed a solid lead. I strolled into Cafe Uno, or Aferno, as it was now known. But my favorite waitress had been replaced by her little sister. She didn't look happy. Why so low? I asked. Bee didn't show up for work this morning, Little Bee explained. Bee is always the second one here. We don't know where she is. I was at a loss of words, especially with words starting with B. Capital B. Here, B left this. Little B handed me a slip from B's order pad. It was full of stars. Aha, a noteworthy clue. Sometimes asterisk gets mistaken for a star, so I questioned my old pal 8, who lives below him, but we came to a dead end. After a long day on the case, I sat on my stoop and watched the sky darken. Oh, B, where could you be? That's when I noticed a faint glow coming from the old abandoned part of the city known as Cursive Loop. Bum, bum, bum. Cursive Loop, they're looking there. They see you're everywhere. All right, here we go. First thing in the morning, I took a train out to Cursive Loop. I circled the winding streets searching for clues. A cold wind whipped around me, and I began to lose hope. Maybe I needed a plan B. But wait, what was this? I picked up the paper trail and... There they were, high above on the movie marquee. Gee whiz, what happened? I asked. Help, replied Gee whiz. Exclamation stuck us up here and then knocked over the ladder. He promised to put us all in the movies, said B. I've always wanted to see my name in lights. So you'll see. He's put them up there. That place outside of the movie is called the Marquee. Back in the day, that was a big thing, and they would put words up there, and they would tell you what movie was playing at the movie theater. Nowadays, you just check your iPhone and go to the app or whatever, so it's not near as exciting. Whew! I never thought I'd want to be lowercase, said Gee Whiz. So, exclamation was the explanation. Follow me, I said. He could still be with question mark. I knew those two together spelled trouble. Trouble. Baby, private eyes, they're watching you. They see your every move. The Capitals and I barged into Mark's place. Just as I suspected, exclamation was right beside him. You're no punctuation mark, I said. You're just a punk. Exclamation is crooked, yelled Gee Whiz. Look him up, lock him up, and throw away the keyboard, cried B. They're getting ready to throw this fella in the jailhouse. Now, let's all calm down, I said. Everyone stopped shouting. Exactly, exclaimed exclamation. I'm tired of all the shouting. Can a guy get a little peace and quiet? I don't think he means you, I told the little P's and Q's. Capital letters are always calling me, exclamation said. Yes, ha, OMG, he yelled. They want me to join them as if they aren't loud enough on their own. This was mind-boggling and ear-splitting. On the outside, I may look excited, but sometimes I need silence and calm. I want to relax with a good book, exclamation said with a sigh. I understood his point. I love a good detective story myself. I hear you loud and clear, I said. Sometimes you don't want to be big and brash, but you're too important to fade away. Huh? I, I'm important? Exclamation perked up. Sure, you're more than just a lot of noise. You're about attention, respect. In the end, you make a huge impression. You can be a straight, stand-up guy. Just then the grammar police arrived. This is totally out of character for you, exclamation, they said. Come along, we've got to book you. According to the letter of the law, exclamation would serve a short sentence. Turns off that cooling period was just what he needed. As for B, well, she'd always been a star in my eyes. Aww. I had just wrapped up another case and had hoped trouble in Capital City wouldn't return. Famous last words. That was a fun story. I like a good private detective story, although I really like Sherlock Holmes stories, but I'm not sure if they have a Sherlock Holmes story like that. That'd be fun. So, thanks for listening. What was the scape? What's the setting? Who are our characters? Action? Problem? Ending? These are all things that you should know. Now, that's it. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow on Storytime with Mr. Hallum. I have to wave and stop now.